Om peace, peace, peace. So, we are today on the Narada's way of divine love, as we are reading. So, we'll be in a very important place that Narada was saying in the aphorism that this love is intoxicating love. It should be such that it should be, definition he has given of this, that in the 19th verse, that your whole heart and soul and your whole emotions, all your activities, all your day-to-day transaction, behavior, will be all flowing uninterruptedly into Tat, means in that Bhagavan, in that Lord, what may be your subject. No? We are talking about Krishna, you can talk about Rama, you can talk about Christ, you can talk about Ma Kali, you can Ma Durga, whatever. But your mind uninterruptedly should flow to that. And it will, if you forget God for a second, tad vishmarane, what will happen? Parama vyakulata. You'll feel utmost restlessness. There is no language which can teach you that without thinking of Him, without feeling for a split second, you will feel like as if you are going to die now. That is a definition of bhakti according to Narada in verse number 19. Now, this is wonderful to hear. But is it possible? Is there any such example? Can we see that? Was there any person in the history who have this intoxicating love? Then he gives the example, Osti evam evam. Yeah, there are examples on the verse number 20. Osti evam. Yes, such examples, such people, such devotion is there. Huh? When Sri Chaitanya is to cry for God, no? It says the tears will roll down like this. Not only roll down like this, but sometimes it will be like a flow. So intense. I do not know. I have never heard that anyone can cry that way, that the ears, the eye drops will be falling like this. That's the avatar. And we see Ramakrishna's life. Restless, crying, weeping, lost in God consciousness. And I have not seen you, I have not seen you. Another day is gone, another sun is setting. So this type of example. But this book is written much earlier. So it was written in the time of earlier history, where we find the story of the Krishna and the divine play of Krishna. So there he say, examples exist of such expressions of intensified love. It is difficult for us even to imagine. We as human love, we don't love God so much that I feel that I'll have to come and I'll have to see Him, I'll have to meditate. If this morning time I forget meditation, I don't care for that. What the question of interest? And if his interest is little, that is little okay, little is enough, we are satisfied. I have little 5 minutes sitting, I feel very good, that's all. It is this type of experience is only exceptional, highly, deeply spiritual. Even humanly it is not possible. It is only the noirs of God can have that, this example. But that is the example of the gopis. Their simple faith. And not that they are ordinary ladies. They are the rishis, as Ramakrishna said. They are the saints and sages. In the deep forest, they meditated whole life, renouncing everything. And then they became this born in the home of the cowherd community. As is born, they are girls and they are married to another cowherd boys and this and that, no? That is the example of sti evam evam. That's why 28th verse says, and 21st verse also said, as the gopis of Broja, as like the example of the Broja gopis, how they were experiencing that type of attraction, attachment. Attachment, you can say, that's why in gopis love, many people see that and they bring it into very low level of thought, ordinary human love, ordinary sexual attraction. That is the way they think. Then that's why to stop that idea, today, here, Narada on the verse number 22 says, No tatrapi mahatma jnano vismriti apubada. You cannot think. It is that they are dealing with another man. Krishna was not a man to them. Krishna was directly God. Mahatma means Mahima, greatness, grandeur. Grandeur of Krishna was known to them. In the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, what he says? Aham adischa madhancha bhutanam antaevacha. I am the origin of the whole creation. That Krishna. Aham adischa, I am the beginning. I am adischa, anta, end. Everything ends in me, that cosmic consciousness. And I am the middle. This whole creation is standing. Aham atma gudhakesha sarva bhuta sayastita. That is the Krishna. The same Krishna who played with the child in the childhood days with gopis, they are not ordinary. He says, that though I played with you, who am I? He is exposing this to Arjuna, that you know, I am your friend. I talk to you like a friend. But aham adischa madhancha, aham atma gudhakesa, oh Gudhakesa, oh Arjuna, you have conquered even your sleep. He could sleep any time. Arjuna was such a person, by yogic practice or something. He can sleep any time, he can wake up any time. Total control on his. So Sri Krishna is appreciating, oh Gudhakesa, oh conqueror of your sleep, oh Gudhakesa, aham atma, I am that Atman, Gudhakesa, sarva bhuta sayostita. I exist, I reside in the heart of every individual. I am that Krishna. No? So that the gopis knew that. If they not, then it will be ordinary human love. And it is not to be thought of by a spiritual person. It is a carnal love. It's not that. That's why it says, don't think. They love Krishna, but they have the knowledge. Tatrapi Mahatma Jnana Mahima, the glory, the grandeur of Krishna. Who is Krishna? Satchidananda Krishna. Like you know in the story of what you call Mary and Martha. When Mary saw, if it is ordinary like that, ordinary human love, then a man falls in love with a woman. It's the same love. No, it is divine, intoxicating love. It does not give any space for other thinking. Such a pure level of thought. So, Mahima Jnana Vismriti, that you think that these are ordinary people who have forgotten the glory of God and only just a mere sensual fun, they are engaged into that. Don't think like that. That is the verse number 22 we will read today. And 23 will be say, if it is not tadvihinam jaranamivo, if they were ordinary people and they love Krishna in the sense, in ordinary sense, it is nothing but their low level of human existence. It's not moral. Because gopis were all married. They have their husband. And it is you are making love stealthily. What is that? It's character. What is the question of spirituality? It is beyond morality. Tad vihinam, if they have not that Mahatma Jnana, the knowledge of Mahima, the greatness, then it will be Jarana Mipo. It is like if they did not have that knowledge that Krishna was God himself, then their love would have been similar to the base passions. Base passion. And then there will be have the then their love would have been similar to the base passions of a mistress for her paramour. So it should be ordinary, very ordinary, immoral living. So it is not like that. That's why we find when it was a statement going on that how to understand Krishna, who is Krishna. When Krishna came away from Vrindavan, no? His uncle, sweet uncle, Kamsa. The Kamsa is always from the birth trying to catch him and kill him. So he was waiting for such opportunity, and then he sent so many, what is called, demons to kill Krishna. Demons and demonists. But failed. So he invited, knowing afterwards, oh, you are my nephew, please come. To kill him. This Krishna was such a person that when he coming out, then he came to Krishna. But Krishna accepted it. This is beauty of Krishna's life. Nothing to resist. Whatever in life comes as duty, come. And he left Vrindavan totally. And not even feeling any moment, look back. He didn't go back second time to Vrindavan. That's the greatness. That's the Lord, Krishna. Apparently it seems so much love and affection. No. It is not human love. It is such a spiritual love. And as call of duty, we'll all go in life, things come, okay, behave as you do the best. When it gone, forget. Next journey, go forward. And then, what he did, he sent, but he understood the feeling of these gopis. They're crying and weeping, they have given up their food, their eating, their sleep, no? And restless. Then he said that, one more is coming. ঠিক আছে? So, they said, so last morning, much space is there. So, when they sent Uddhava is a very well-read Vedanta personality. Nah? And he said, go and console these uneducated ladies of the Vrindavan. They are crying and weeping, I heard. So weeping, tell them and console them. And he went to teach them. He's a Vedanta. As Vedanta student, we want to teach others, no? So he went and said, why are you weeping? Huh? Krishna is a man. You know, Krishna is not a man. He's the Atman. He's in your heart. He's outside, inside. So why are you crying? Just close your eyes and think of him in your heart. In the Bhagavad, these descriptions are there. And think of him and see, he has not gone anywhere. Where he has gone? It is only your thinking. As a man, you think he is gone. But as an Atman, as a spirit, where he is gone? He cannot go anywhere. He is here already. Meditate on. But it's a very high level of devotional talk. He said, "Oh Uddhava, you are great Gyani. You are teaching us all these stories. But let me tell you, how do you meditate? To meditate, you need your mind, is it not? Why can we not meditate? Because we have a mind, but that mind is not for God. It goes to other things. So that's why he said, you ask me to meditate on him, but that guy has stolen away our mind. The mind is not here. So how can I think of him? It's a very high level of thinking. Vedantic way, beyond mind. No. Only with the mind you can think. But Krishna is so much for us. Our mind cannot. I cannot concentrate on my work. I have no job. I cannot work. I cannot talk. I cannot see. Everywhere. Krishna, 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 Krishna. But I want to have intangibly see before my eyes, feel him. Yes, yes, he is nothing. My mind does not accept anything but Krishna. 99.9%, I may talk to you, this much may be the thing that is my existence, but 99.9% of my mind is only, he has stolen our minds. So how to meditate? Suggest me. Oh Uddhava, you are a Gyani. Then Gyani understood, oh my God, what they are talking about. That's why it says gopis are not ordinary women. Huh? Then they are only singing and dancing and all this hugging and kissing, all these things. You read the description, it appears like, oh my God, am I reading a spiritual scripture or what nonsense is this? So that's why it is called no. They have no sense of body consciousness. Their mind is totally saturated in the divine. So it is otherwise, if you say that if they do not have that knowledge, then that Krishna was God, this idea, then their love would have been similar to the base passion of a mistress for her paramour. And nasti eva tatsmin tat sukha sukhittam. Nasti, no, it is not like that. It is not the carnal love. It is nasti. In last, what happens? There is only desire for one's own pleasure. In ordinary love, in every ordinary thing, how much I can get. My share, your share. Selfish people will all pull towards me. Good people give okay 50-50. I love you, you love me. I can get 60% from you. I can give 40%, that's okay. But I want 70% from you. I can give 30 or not even that, that's okay. But I want more. That's the ordinary love. But in spiritual love, it is only just total self-abnegation, total egolessness, total dedication. There is nothing but God and God and God. Anyone can say, I love this guy 10%. Huh? Wrong, you cannot love. Because your body consciousness is there and you cannot be loving a human being 100% love. And that's your weakness. That is your weak point of your mind. It is no spirituality. That's why there will come other reactions of that love. Anyhow, so these are the two verses we'll read. One is that although the worshipping of Krishna, 22nd verse, as their lover, the gopis never forgot his God nature. That is the 22nd verse, that they have not forgotten their divine Krishna's divine nature. Otherwise, it will be aparadha, it will be almost a sin to think like that, the behavior for a holy person to do like that. And without that, their love will be like that love of a mistress for her paramour. And third point in the 23rd, fourth verse, that in that love, they have no personality of their own. In their life, only Krishna, Krishna, Krishna is the only reality. So here let us read this explanation a little bit. On page 322, as we started, page 65, verse number 22, we read in the Srimad Bhagavatam, what we read? Quote, once Krishna, to test their devotion to him, said to the gopis, O ye pure ones, your duties must be first to your husbands and children. Go back to your homes and live in their service. Huh? You need not come to me, for if you only meditate upon me, you will gain salvation. No? So in the Bhagavad, Krishna is telling the gopis when he played the flute in the full moon night, huh? And then all the gopis ran, and they met Krishna. And then what he said? Krishna then said to test them, to test their sincerity, and to know, for us to know, yes, what has happened. Krishna played the flute. The Supreme Atman is calling you, come, come, come to me. And when he come to me, and he said, hey, you have your duties. Have your husband, your mother-in-law, go your father-in-law, go your daughter is there, go your all household, have done cooking, go do all these things. And they said, he's making them aware of their duties. No? It is a test. In spiritual life there is a test. We get little bewildered in between. Some call comes, thinking that that's good. But no, this type of call will come. Main call is for my life, is for you. Then he said, so you need not come to me. And if you think that I am God, so I am in your heart. Why are you to come here? You do your duties. Then the shepherd girls replied, quote, O thou cruel lover, cruel lover, Nishthur, O thou cruel lover, we desire to serve only you. Thou knowest the scriptural truths, and thou dost advise us to serve our husbands and children. So let it be. We shall abide by thy teaching, since thou art all in all, and art all, by serving thee, we shall serve them also. Huh? You are asking me to water this branch of the tree. Oh, water this leaf of this tree. I won't do that. I will listen to your word by watering in the root. You are the root of all husbands. You are the eternal husband. Actually, that's why it's called. Krishna is the eternal husband. For everyone. Husband means he who helps us, maintains us, nourishes us. That is the husband's duty. In married life, that is the duty of the wife. In earlier days, we are talking of the period when women used not to go for job. That was the...
said that only one man in Vrindavan.
That's also another thing. So it says that who nourishes our life, who helps us breathing, supports our existence, and who does every bit of our life's existence possible. I want to serve him, and that is you. Not only me, the whole universe is supported by you. And when only Krishna is the only man, everyone is supported by Krishna. That's why it is called that in Vrindavan you go, they will talk about Krishna. Krishna is the only man. So that story is there. Krishna is the only man. So what happened? Sanatana Goswami, he went to see the great lover of God, Mirabai. You have heard the name of Mirabai. And Mirabai went to see Sri Chaitanya's disciple, Sanatana Goswami. And she went there to see a holy man. But the holy man is a monk. So she said, I don't want to see any woman. Send that message back to Mirabai. Mira then sent an intelligent response. He said, oh, in this whole of Vrindavan, I knew that there is only one man, and that is Krishna. Oh, now another man is also here. It is a very intelligent response by Mirabai, because we are all supported by Krishna. We are all lovers of Krishna. It is not the body, is woman body or man body is the concern here. It is the concern is that he who supports us, nourishes us, and the whole universe stands on his reality. That is Satchidananda, Vedantic idea. In the Satchidananda ocean, all these waves and ripples are standing. No, we are all waves and ripples. Without the support of Krishna, nothing will happen. Krishna is Brahman here. So, and that response, as soon as he got it, then he felt ashamed, and he came back and greeted with humility, and then had an audition with her. The two great devotees talking about Krishna. So this is the point, that we shall abide by your teaching, since you are all in all, and you are all, by serving you only, we shall serve them all. That means I need not have to serve other people, husband, wife. That's why, it just matches with the monastics. Monastics gives away their own duties, responsibilities. There is mother, there is father, there is brother, there is sisters. They are not entangled in any way, but they have friends, they have other duties. They give up everything. What type of bad guys are they? They don't do their duties. And they come over here and become a monk. What is this? But if they come and enjoy their own selfish life, then worst. But if they come and take refuge in God, to live with God all the time, to concentrate that practice, then it is all blessings. So this is the point to understand. The truth taught here, quotation ends, now the truth taught here is that just as by watering the root of the tree, the branches also get nourished, so by pleasing the Lord, who dwells in the hearts of all beings are pleased. Tasmin tushte jagat tushtam. If you can please God, you know that you are pleasing everyone. Tasmin tushte jagat tushtam. If you actually can please God, as you're watering, the one drop of water you put into the root, that will be sucked by the tree and it will go to every leaf and branch. There is nothing but the tree, one tree, God. So it is said, blessed is that person who can love God in that way. All his love goes up. That's why Bhagavad Gita says, Manmana bhavo mad bhakto mad jaji mang namaskuru. Manmana bhavo. Put your mind totally in me. Manmana bhavo mad bhakto. You become my devotee. A selfish person is saying, oh, you worship me, you my devotee, you are. Is a man talking? Yes, if a man was talking like that, he's the selfish person in the world. And Krishna is telling like that, declaring in the Bhagavad Gita, and millions, thousands and thousands of years people are chanting and trying to follow that life. But man mana bhava. Your mana, mind, give it to man to me, mat, towards me, man mana bhava. Mat bhakto bhava. You be a devotee of me. Mat jaji, you do your worship and prayer only for me. Mang namaskar, you salute, you humble down, you pull your head down only to me. See? Manmana bhava mad bhakto mad jaji mang namaskuru mami vaishyati yuktaivam. If you can connect yourself in this process, mam eva eti, you will arrive at me, you will reach me. Na samshaya. There is no doubt. That's the Gita's advice. So in this scene, that's why pleasing the watering that root of the tree, the branches also nourished. So by pleasing the Lord, who dwells in the hearts of all being. That's why our prayer and meditation should be with knowledge. Who you are worshipping. You are worshipping Ramakrishna, a man, or Ramakrishna who resides in the heart of all. You give the name Ramakrishna, but it is the same Satchidananda in the human form. So, if with that attitude, then you will be free. In the same way, scriptures, in the same scripture, meaning Bhagavat, we read how the gopis address Krishna saying, "Thou art not the darling baby of Yasoda, but thou art the inmost self in all beings." Huh? And also in that conversation when Krishna was telling, go back home, you have serve your husband, your children, etc. Then said, Krishna, don't befool us. You are testing us, no? You don't befool us. I know. Nakalu gopika anandana bhavan. We know very well that you are not this child of Ma Jasoda. But you are the Akhilo Dehi Nam Antaratmadrik. You are the inner witness consciousness in the heart of all. You are that conscious entity. I know that, we know that. Very ordinary cowherd girls, they are just talking in this highest peak of Vedanta. See, that's why their knowledge is established. They are much higher than the intellectual knowledge what we are reading. And if you say, second verse 23, if they did not have that knowledge that Krishna was God, it is a Narada saying, then their love would have been similar to the base passion of a mistress for her paramour. And 24th verse, next verse says, Nasti eva tasmin tat sukha sukittam. This love is not ordinary love, because in ordinary love there is a question of giving and taking. How much is there? This expectation is there. But God only gives for the nurturing, support. He forgets, like mother, forgets herself totally and gives everything when the child is growing, no? The baby, just born baby, no? Mother's heart and soul and everything. No consideration. What the baby will give? Baby can give only cry. The whole night mother is awake, maybe the child is crying so much, no? But it is the giving of the mother. So that's why we are so indebted to the mother. And that's the close example to the divine grace of God. So, if in last there is only the desire of one's own pleasure, one's own happiness, one's happiness does not consist in making the beloved happy. So, as much as the love is deeper, there comes the dedication more, giving away, serving. That's why this Ramakrishna order says, Jagat hitaya. You do whatever you do, you are serving God, and God in every form. You give water to the plant, you are serving God. As I say always, give a glass of water, think that you are serving God. So it is Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Awareness is to be brought like that. Not that what you give, but how you give. How you give matters, no? In the world also, if someone gives you with disgust and anger, you can get that food. You will not feel like eating. He is giving me disrespectfully, And with respect, with deep respect, if something little, most ordinary thing is brought, how you cherish that? So that's the question. What you give to God only for His pleasure and forgetting themselves. The greatest lovers of God is like that. This explanation is here. The nature of love is divine, and it finds its fulfillment only when it is directed towards God. The imitation of Christ, Thomas A. Kempis, put these words into the mouth of the Lord. What is that? Thy regard for thy friend ought to be grounded in me. Thy regard for your friend, you love your friend, no? It should be grounded on me, not friend. Friend is friend because in him God is there. It's a dead body. It's a robot. Who said that there is a marriage with a robot woman? Huh? Have you heard that? There is a story. Robot have become so like human. So one person, one man fall in love with a robot girl. Now they are married now. so
It's a good idea actually. Yeah.
so
Easy service.
yeah, your thy regard for the friend, for the friend ought to be grounded in me, in God. God should be the center of love. See Chandogya Upanishad, what it says. The husband does not love the husband, wife, for the wife, but for Atman, but for God. Brihadaranya. Oh, it's hard. Brihadaranya Upanishad. Is it? Take na Chandogya. Okay. Okay, it is fault will be yours. If it is, okay, so it is Brihadaranya. So Brihadaranya Upanishad says, husband does not love the wife because of life, but for the Atman. No. Similarly, the wife does not love the husband because of that, but because of the Atman. See, Thomas A. Kempis, he is this, how he says, the same thing what they are talked in the Hindu scripture. This is a Christian scripture. There is no Hindu, there is no Christian. In place of realization, it is all the same. People only fools, they don't who practice anything. They only fight with their difference in language and difference in words. So he says, thy regard for thy friend ought to be grounded in me, capital. And for my sake is he to be beloved, whosoever he be. Without me, capital, friendship has no strength, no continuance, neither is that love true and pure, which is not knit in me. What a word! All the Bhakti Sutras, you see the same language is saying. Your love is all worthless if it is not connected with God. It all brings danger. Look at the love. We live in the society. Everyone says, I love you, I love you, I love you. After a few days, that love goes away. And the love becomes hatred. Hatred goes to such a way, I'll kill. And they kill him. And somebody becomes killing, brutally kill. That's the love, expression of love. So it is not, if it is not grounded on me, the capital, beautiful word, no? One should note down, keep in their pocket every day to read this line. If you don't want to read the Bhagavad, you can read these few lines. Again I am reading, that's why it is so important. Thy regard for thy friend ought to be grounded in me, capital M. And for my sake, capital M, is he to be loved. You love someone only because God is there, whosoever he may be. Without me, friendship has no strength. Your friendship is very flimsy. It can break next moment. No continuance. You cannot continue the friendship in all through your life. Because you are seeing one, people fall in love by seeing beautiful eyes, beautiful eyebrows, beautiful forehead, but nose. So, but those will change. That will not be the same. After 20 years, 30 years, it will be different.
Ramakrishna used to see Narayana.
And Narayana, same thing. Me, that's the point. Me, capital M. You call Narayana, we call Ramakrishna, we call Krishna, you call Christ, you call Brahman, you call Atman, whatever you want to do. But go to the ground. If you don't hold on to that, then your love is so flimsy. That's why we get mad, we get upset, we get this, we get angry. Why? Because I have my expectation. And that expectation is blocked. Then I become mad. So this is if it is not based on seeing God in others, and that only the foundation, then it is meaningless. Neither is that love true. Another point. That love is not true. That's a false love. A camouflaging love. That is not true love. That's why the love of the holy people are the genuine love. Say Ramakrishna's love for Naren is genuine. Vivekananda's love for Ramakrishna is genuine. Ramakrishna did not look at him for 1 month. When Naren comes, he sits this side, he will be talking like that. Never looking at him. Not one day. One day, second day he came, he sat, and the entire discourse as if he is non-existent. And before, hey, Naren, you people go, my Naren has come. And that treatment versus this treatment, it is heartbreaking. But he loved the Atman in Ramakrishna, his own self. That's why then after 1 month, this type of rigorous treatment, what he did? Then he said, hey, you see, you come and I don't look at you. I can't look at you even. Why do you come here? Then the response came, do you think that I come only because of you? I love you. I love you. I cannot stop but come. That is called, hey, someone is, go, Devian probably. Call him. Yeah. So, without me, that friendship has no strength, no continuance, neither is that love true and pure, which is not knit in me. So this is the point to understand. There is a vast difference between love for God and love for creatures, when it is not grounded in love for God. The love of a mistress for her paramour is but another name for lust for flesh. Its basis is to find pleasure for oneself. In the Sanskrit language, its other name is moha, or delusion. There is no, that he is making a distinction. What is this divine love and what is this human love? Human love means in the selfish love. Anywhere there is selfishness, that is the human love, imperfect love. That's no love. Your love for friend is imperfect. Whatever you say it is him, unless you see God in that. Because that will change under circumstances. That's why you find the greatest friend, they become their enemy. Is it not? In the world there are many examples. They join business. See, 2, 3 friends start a business. And when business comes up, and what happens? Someone wants to extract a little more. Someone says, my share, this, that. Friendship goes away. It's a clear story of life. And in every field, even brothers and sisters, we grow together. We play together. And when mom and dad dies, their property issue comes, and unless they have written, my God, brother against brother, brother against sister, sister against brother. Where is love? Why the love evaporated? Because it was not centered in God, but it was centered in selfishness, his own gain or own loss. So if divine love there, so there is a vast difference between the love for God and love for creatures when it is not grounded in love for God. The love of a mistress for her paramour is but another name for the lust for flesh. It is no love, it is love for something which is very, very low. Its basis is to find pleasure for oneself. That is called in Sanskrit language moha or delusion. In divine love, there is complete forgetfulness of the body, complete effacement of the selfishness, and complete absorption in the beloved. The one aim is to please the beloved. Utter selflessness is the nature of this divine love. So, these are the three verses all put together. No? This is very beautiful. You can read again and again and go into the depth. And how truthful are these experiences of. That's why Narada's definition is so powerful. But I will read from other texts now. These three verses, they have been translated in the Swami Bhuteshananda Maharaj in his book. It says that there are examples, and examples can be found as like the gopis who loved Krishna. 22nd verse says, even there was no blame of forgetfulness of the greatness of the object of love. Then, without this knowledge of the greatness of God, the love will be like that of towards a paramours. And 24th verse, this is because in that baser form of love, there is no idea of being happy in the happiness of the beloved. Unselfish love. Swamiji has given Bhakti Yoga, unselfish love for God. Now, this explanation is still longer. I have 10 minutes, but I can read this as fast as I can. The same explanation is in a different way, no? So this book, Bhuteshananda Maharaj, while explaining, this class was given by him when he came to Singapore and Japan. And in Japan, when he was in Japan, he gave this Narada Bhakti Sutra class, and these are the recordings of that class. And our Dayaprana attended this class. She may tell you more. So, but it was spontaneous as we are giving class. Swamiji gave the class, and it was meant for them, and they recorded probably, and then afterwards transcribed. So these three verses joined together, what he says, this question of the knowledge of the gopis about Sri Krishna's divinity is taken up. The idea is that it cannot be said that the gopis did not have the awareness of the greatness of God, though they did not give importance to it. They considered him as their own, and therefore the greatness of Sri Krishna was not uppermost in the minds of the gopis. No? Love does not look at the greatness of the person. No? Suppose the Chief Justice is a powerful person, no? But to his wife, what is powerful? Hey, sit there, go, bring it. Isn't it not? Husband and wife, when they talk to each other, they keep that dignity. Oh, he is the Chief Justice. Oh, he is the police chief. He is this. All this glamour for people who have no love. They see the glory of the person. No? But here, when love grows, you don't look at the position of the person. No? Your love is so overpowered. Just suppose a mother may have a son who is very high in position in the eyes of the people. In Indian context it happens. When we are young we saw The father may be, the man may be a judge, big judge. And police are giving guard and this and disrespect and everything, sir. And mother is waiting. And mother, he comes little late maybe, as he has to come maybe 5 o'clock. He is late by that 6:30. Mother is waiting. And mother is scolding that same judge, hey, why are you so late today? Don't you know I am waiting for you? He said, Ma, I was busy with something. Are you busy? Come back, I am waiting for you. He's scolding the judge itself. No. So it is not judge in the eyes. The power is not the point. Power has become lessened. The love has become dominant. So he may be great man so far as the others are concerned, but for mother does not think of the greatness of her son. That does not mean that mother is not aware of the greatness. She does not give importance to the greatness side. She loves the son as son and not because he is great. Loving someone, love for love's sake. That's why Swamiji said, love for love's sake, no other purpose. This is what happened in the case of the gopis also. They knew Sri Krishna was great, but did not give importance to that. They didn't love him because he was great. That is the point. That does not mean that they were not conscious of his greatness, because it is seen that the gopis sang the manner, you are not an ordinary person. Quote, you are not an ordinary person. You are not merely the joy of the gopis. You are the inner controller of all being. It is the self that you are controlling all beings for the protection of the earth. The creator, the creator, you invoked you. And that is why you, Krishna, have been born in the dynasty of the Jodhus. But really, you are that supreme reality, the supreme truth, and so we consider you as the apple of our eye, owing to our love. Quote ends. It's from the Bhagavat. It's quoting from the scripture. Another objection is not raised. All attachments are to be discarded, because attachment brings about bondage. If the gopis had attachment for Krishna, that also should be causing bondage, and therefore should have been discarded. So how can it be extolled? How can it be considered as an ideal attitude for a devotee? You can put another question. Whatever you love, it brings attachment. Love brings attachment. So you loving Krishna, you will be attached to Krishna, not God. That discussion. A very patient question, pertinent question. It is a simple fact of experience that attachment binds a person. To whomsoever that attachment may be, it binds. If that attachment of the gopis was towards Krishna, then the gopis must have been in bondage. And that is not an ideal state. Now this objection is from the viewpoint of the people who have not tested this kind of divine love. They just generalize that all forms of attachment causes bondage. Narada says that attachment towards God is not to be discarded, it is not to be avoided. Why? You may say that it is also a cause of bondage, but no, it is not. The object of attachment here is very different from the object of the forms of attachment. The gopis had an attachment for Krishna. Sri Krishna is not an ordinary person. So this attachment does not bind as usual attachment is on the earthly sense. So you can love Krishna in whatever way. That's why you see everyone gets liberated. Krishna is loved by the gopis as husband, no? Krishna is loved by Mother Jashoda as the baby. Krishna is loved by Arjuna as a friend. Krishna is loved by Kangsha, my enemy. I shall kill him. Even enemy, thinking of God as enemy, they are all liberated. So you love God in whatever your mental attitude. That will make you free. This is the uniqueness of love for God. If you love God in any mental attitude, Vedantic attitude, Shanto attitude of the monastics, Dasya, I am the servant, God is my master, no? Santa Dasya, Sakho is a friend to friend. Vatsalya as my baby, my child. I am the mother, I am the father, or he is my father, I am his child, no? And ultimately the lover's attitude. So whatever way you love God, you will be liberated. That's the uniqueness with God. Let the argument be put forth like this. If it happens in the case of other forms of attachment, why not here also? A further reply is given in the form of illustration. Take the case of attachment towards holy men. What happens? When you get attached to a holy man, the holiness of the holy man elevates the person's mind and has got attachment towards him. We all feel attracted to the sadhus. Huh? Our lives, many people have read some books and things. Many of our monks, particularly I in my life, I didn't read these big books and things. I fell in love with the sadhus. Or sadhus attracted me. Whenever we were young boys and we used to go, or they used to come to us, and they loved us. I do not know. That love was so pure, so attractive, that we fall in love unconsciously. And one day the sadhu said, hey, come, stay tonight. Bas. I was not prepared. I never thought that way, that I will be a monk that day. But it was the love of the sadhus. So sadhus' love, in the human level we find, sadhus' love is pure love. And that love actually elevates our mind. Unconsciously, our mind level goes up, whether we understand or not. And that grows more and more. And there comes the purity. Selflessness. That love carries selflessness. Even we call mother's love the best, but mother's love also have little imperfection. Mother wants that when I shall be pretty old, my son, my daughter should be nearby me. At least when I die, who will look after her? Somebody should be there. Maybe little feeble expectation. But sadhu's love has no expectation. They are the example of God's love, close to. So, the holiness of a holy man elevates the person who has got attachment towards him. That is the experience of ordinary people. Any ordinary person can feel that. And that is what happens in the case of person who keeps company of holy men. If anyone keeps company with the holy man, their mind unconsciously gets purified, lifts. The attachment does not bind. That attachment does not bind. But it brings about salvation. Forgetting that Sri Krishna is the divine being, even otherwise, his greatness will elevate the gopis and will not bring them down, just as the company of holy men elevates a person. So Krishna being the God, Lord himself. So suppose anyone goes to Ramakrishna, there is no way out. He may like, he may dislike, but unconsciously his mind will be lifted. What can you go? If you live in an environment, in an ugly, and suppose you go in a nasty environment, what happens? How much you are good, your mind goes down. Is it not? So similarly in a holy environment, your mind will go up. You take advantage, then you will be more, feeling more. And if you don't have any inner feeling, you will not experience that. But it is lifting the mind. That's why the sadhu's holy company has been appreciated in the whole Narada Bhakti Sutra many times. Sadhu Sangha. Ramakrishna in the Gospel. Sadhu Sangha, holy company, holy company, holy company. But I have no time, already 5:30. I don't want to extend this class for a longer period. People will not listen afterwards. It's already 1 hour. But the point is that, if we get the point, that's very important, you can read it, that love should be unselfish. And that unselfish love should be total dedication. There is no expectation from there. And God is the only thing. It's beautiful. I will suggest that you note down these lines of the Thomas A. Kempis, what is talked about, that our love should be only for God. If it is not, then it will be a bondage. Not to me. What did he say? what is said. Let me repeat this again. It is Thomas à Kempis said that thy regard for thy friend, remember, or friend or anybody, your regard for thy friend ought to be grounded in me, capital. And for my sake, capital, is he to be beloved. You love anyone, you have to love for my sake. And whosoever he be, without me, friendship has no strength, no continuance. Neither is that love true, neither that love is pure, which is not knit in me. On page 66. Okay, what is that? Any question?
One question is as where to find the playlist of this class.
Playlist
So,
of this.
volunteers are working on the playlist.
It will take time. Playlist of this you can find probably in this, no? So you can go onto youtube.com.
We'll make it.
Eh?
We'll make it.
It is not yet done, but playlist is not yet made, but we'll have to do that. But at least you can get the serially 1, 2, 3, 4 going on.
The voice of Vedanta.
Voice of Vedanta. You go, it is all kept in the YouTube. It is available there.
Voice of Vedanta.
Even the lectures on the nectar of supreme knowledge, it is not done playlist because I never thought of these things, but now few people are asking, so it is to be maybe done in time, but you can find it already number 1, number 2, number 3, you can get that if you go to youtube.com/ voice of Vedanta. Voice of Vedanta, it is because it is recorded in the voice of Vedanta from the beginning, when even not in the Vedanta org. After Vedanta org starts, then his number is going on there. But from the beginning of those things are available in voice of Vedanta. Okay, thank you all. So we'll see you again in the 7:30 if you are available. And we'll read then the nectar of supreme knowledge. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.